Well, meanwhile, the move to electric cars is a key part of plans to cut carbon emissions and tackle the climate crisis. But there are concerns over how the precious metals needed to make them are mined and how they can be disposed of safely when they're done with.
Researchers at the University of Birmingham hope to be part of the solution, developing new ways to recycle used batteries. It comes as a £500,000 battery recycling centre is due to open near Birmingham in the autumn. Our environment correspondent Charlotte Cross reports.
In a secure chamber at the University of Birmingham, researchers are trying to find answers to a new but urgent question. What happens when an electric car battery reaches the end of its life? This is one current method of recycling known as shredding. The machine chews up the battery so the components can be separated out. But there are some issues.
Shredding and sorting is a good way of doing it, but we could do better. There you do get impurities mixed in, and you're not always able to recover every single one of the components, and you're not always able to recover the materials at a very high efficiency.
Rob is one of a team working across the University of Birmingham and the University of Leicester trying to find alternatives. One possibility is a process known as delamination.
We can disassemble the cell and then treat the individual foils separately, and then we can remove these powders and active materials from the outside of the foils, and then we can recycle these at a much higher purity, and we can be more efficient and more green and generally more responsible.
And that is a key issue. By 2030, the sale of new petrol and diesel cars will be banned, meaning the demand for electric cars and their batteries will only grow in the years to come.
Now, these tend to have a lifespan of between 10 to 15 years, and scientists want to find ways of extracting the rare and valuable metals used to make them, such as cobalt, lithium and nickel, so they can be recycled and used for the next generation of electric cars.
That requires less energy and inflicts less environmental damage than mining for the raw materials. And with plans for a battery gigafactory at Coventry Airport already approved, some companies see an opportunity for the region to become a leader in their recycling too. Waste firm Veolia is investing £500,000 for a dedicated new plant in Minworth on the outskirts of Birmingham.
Research shows that by the year 2040, there could be as much as 350,000 tonnes of end-of-life vehicle batteries in the UK alone that will need processing. So if you try to look at that in terms of something we can all envisage, that's maybe 300 lorry loads of batteries per week that need to be addressed.
It's due to open in September, and by 2025 it's hoped the new centre will process 20% of the UK's expired electric vehicle batteries. Meanwhile, researchers are also looking at ways to make recycling easier right from the start.
We've got to deal with the electric vehicle batteries of today, but also we can imagine electric vehicle batteries evolving into the future. So we're also looking at how you can design those batteries to be able to recycle them. Things like glues and adhesives are real problems to take apart. So how can we design batteries that can be more easily recycled?
Without recycling, mountains of toxic waste would build up quickly as the UK moves towards petrol-free transport. It's hoped research like this will mean that reducing carbon emissions today won't create a different problem to solve tomorrow. Charlotte Cross, ITV News, Birmingham.